Hello, welcome to Tropical Paradise. I love saltwater fishing. It's a great place, chasing tarpon, permit, bones, snook, reds, I don't care, whatever it is. I love being out on the flats. And I'm here today to tell you about our new series of saltwater lines. It is called the Elite series. In this case, this is the Elite Flats Pro. The Flats Pro is a general purpose line. If you're not really targeting a particular species of fish and you just want a general purpose saltwater line, the Flats Pro is the one to go. And it comes with floating lines, it comes with a clear stealth tip, it comes with a 15-foot intermediate tip and a full intermediate. So you get a full range just for that general purpose destination where you're going and you're not really sure what you're targeting. That's what your Flats Pro is. There's an Elite Permit line if you're targeting permit in particular. This is the Elite Permit line. And with all the other species, obviously, we have an Elite Bonefish line. We have an Elite Tarpon line. And for those who travel to exotic climes, the Elite GT line for your giant trevally anglers. So those are your species-specific lines. They all have attributes that really improve the way you fish for those species. The tapers, the weight distribution, the colors are all designed to make them purposeful lines for those species. And those are all in this new Elite series. What makes this Elite series so good? This is our top of the line, our premium, best ever saltwater line we've made. And there's many reasons for that. There's a lot of technologies and thoughts have gone into that. And the biggest and most important two, one is the core. It is on our low stretch direct core. All our tropical lines are built on the low stretch direct core. And why that is so important is a low stretch core gives you three things. First of all, casting. If you have a stretchy fly line, you're not going to get so much line speed, you're not going to get so much control, you're not going to get so much penetration into a wind. Where that low stretch core gives you higher line speed, so you get much better benefits out of that. More importantly than that, probably, is the hook set. You know, saltwater anglers, when you set the hook, you strip set. You don't set with a rod. So you want a line that when you pull your hand, pulls the fly into the hard mouth of a saltwater species. So a line with low stretch does that very, very well. Whereas your average core, most saltwater lines, they stretch about 30%. So you don't really get such good penetration. That's not very good. And then finally, if you hook a fish, the low stretch core is an absolute godsend for playing it. Because when you decide to turn the fish and put some pressure onto it, and you pull, say, 5 pounds here, and you've got a line with virtually no stretch, you're pulling 5 pounds here, you're putting more like 5 pounds of pull on the fish. So you're maneuvering the fish, not having this giant rubber band between you and the fish, where you're pulling and kind of having no effect on it. So the low stretch direct core that's in all these Elite saltwater lines is absolutely a marvelous little thing to have. And that's one of the benefits. Another benefit, maybe even better than that low stretch core, that's our slick cast coating. And slick cast is a coating our R&D boys have come up with, and it is unbelievably slick, hence the name. It actually has the lowest amount of friction ever measured in a fly line. It's so slick, you'll cast further, it'll shoot quicker, needs less false cast to cast because you shoot more line. So the slick cast coating on these lines is an absolute amazing little addition to the Elite series and something I'd absolutely look out for. And then on top of that, there's a couple of other little things, and I'll show you with this Elite Bonefish line. You can see there's 3 colors. This is what we call Surefire. And all the Elite lines have these 3 color options, the triple colors. And what they do is the front color, in this case this light sand, that's the head, that's the front end where it loads up and it casts. It's pretty nice, very stable at that range. The orange section, that's your transition between where the line really loads perfectly and the running line. So you've got this perfect loading area, which is the front piece. You've got your running line, which in this case is blue, which is back here. And then you've got this orange section in between. And that's a really good little visual indicator. That's called Surefire. And then the last little asset that these Elite lines have is what you'll find is that the front end is printed. It's what we call Easy ID. So you've got the printed line. It tells you what the line is, it tells you what the size is, it tells you what the density is. And so if you lose your box or you don't get the sticky label on or you just got too many fly lines and you have no idea what you do, you just look at this little printed line section and it tells you what it is. And that's Easy ID. So those are all the features that are built into every saltwater fly line we make in this Elite series. So look out for it. It's the Elite saltwater series of lines, and you can get those from your local Rio fly shop, or you can get them online.
Rio. Make the connection.